good afternoon, folks. I've recently done an unboxing on a Chinese diesel heater. I've now got it rigged up at home. It's a sort of temporary come permanent job. I wasn't sure the best thing to do as regards the exhaust. Should I knock a hole in my wall, or what should I do? So I've made a temporary solution to give it a try out. All seems to be working okay. I did have a comment about you can't get red diesel anymore. You can, I think you can get it, but it's a bit harder to get hold of because they've stopped lots of people using their cars and whatever, so they've tightened up on who can get it. But at the moment I'm just going to run it on normal diesel. But whoever gave me that comment, thanks about that, but I don't know why it sort of disappeared off me page, so I couldn't reply to you. But yeah, so I shall try and get some red diesel, but at the moment, they say there's nowhere in Redditch, and they still use it on boats and stuff, so there must be a way of getting it. But if anyone knows about in the Redditch area where I can get it from, let me know in the comment. So anyway, before I say any more, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm just going to show you the heater, how I've got it set up, and then I'll fire it up and just give you a quick demo. It seems very economical. I've run it, though the weather's not that cold. Last night it was 11 degrees outside, and I put it on and I was on 21 degrees. One thing that I have done is I fitted a little inline fuel filter into it. Probably not necessary if you're careful where you get your diesel from, but I did put some fuel in there and I noticed a bit of dirt in the tank, so I had to clean that out, and so while I was at it I put a little inline filter in, but that's optional. So again, this is just my setup. I'm not advising anyone to copy me. It's your own risks or whatever. I don't want you to blame me if your house catches fire. I have got a carbon monoxide alarm near the in my living room, so you know, hopefully put a new battery in there, so that should you know, just any problems. But so far it's been nice and toasty. I just had it on at night a few times. It's been brilliant. There is a tick tick tick. I'm a bit mutton Jeff. When you got your telly on or a bit of music on, you can't hear it, and at least you're nice and warm. So anyway, I'm now going to just show you the setup and then I'll fire it up. See you in a bit, folks. I've rattled on enough. Catch you in a minute. Yeah, hi folks, this is the outlet. There's the exhaust. I did order an extra long exhaust flexible pipe because the one that come in the box was a bit short, so that wasn't a lot of money. In fact, I ordered a whole kit, so I got a few exhaust pipes. Now there's me patio sliding door. Now I've got this, just going to straighten the gimbal up a bit. I've got this piece of wood. I got it from B&Q, and it's normally what you put around your bottom of your floor and your wall. I forget what the name of it is, but so anyway, let's go in. I've painted it. Don't ask me to do any painting, weren't the best of job. Now what I've done is I've put this was from Screwfix. It's a double-sided seal, so it seals up. So yeah, so that's the setup from outside. Right, that's the exhaust coming in. I've got this flexible tubing, steel tubing going through the wood, and then the heater did come with some special heat resistant material, but I ordered some off Amazon. It's about £10, and I've used that. Nothing gets on. I've put a little bracket there to stop the exhaust pipe moving or anything, so that's all sorted there. So that's that. That's the name of the max speeding, or speeding rods, funny name, but that's what it is there. So there's the heater. Now the next thing I've done, which is I've bought this here off Amazon. Yeah, I bought this off Amazon. This plugs straight in to the back of the heater there. Just going to pull back a bit. I tried running off a battery. All my batteries, because you come with an extra lead to plug to your battery, but all my batteries, they just didn't seem to, it just wouldn't work. So I just ordered that. It was about 25 quid. The only thing is, like for me in England, we don't get many power cuts, but they don't advise you just to switch this off at the power. So I'll see how that goes. I can run it. I've got the solar generator, and I can plug it into the run it off the solar generator anyway if I need to. So that's that. So now I'm going to shut my door, and I've had to fit an extra lock on the door so that secures that from outside. So we'll fire it up next, folks. Yeah, it does come with this little remote control here, but I've got the app on my phone, so I'm using that. But I could just use that, but I paid extra for the Bluetooth model, which I thought it I could use it from anywhere, but you can't. I can use it around the house. So I'm going to get my phone now. Back in a sec. Yeah, it's 18 degrees in the house at the moment, so it's not too bad, but we're going to give you a demo. Yeah, so that's the app, and I think it's called Parking Electric, but it says Parking Heater on here. So all you do is go like that, and it's showing the temperature, current temperature 12, that's what it says. So I'm just going to put my phone down, I'll just click on that, and she says something like, I don't know if it's chicken chow mein or what, but something in Chinese, sweet and sour maybe, but anyway, it says something in Chinese, which I can't understand, and then it's firing up. So yeah, the app was I'm on iPhone, so it was easy to download, and you can adjust your temperature there up and down. I generally have it on about what I got now, so we'll go outside a sec, check that exhaust, and then we'll be back in. Yeah, so just waiting for it to fire up. It's quite quiet actually. It's just a ticking. I suppose I could run the pump somewhere else, because it's only the pump, the tick. There is possibility you could move it around, but I say it doesn't really bother me. So once it gets going a bit, I'll come back to it. All back here now. I'm just going to switch my mic off a sec so you can hear it from the probably a bit louder. Yeah, I've disconnected the mic. It tends to just deaden the sound around, but yeah, so it takes about 5 minutes or so to get going. So yeah, it's brilliant. I'll just pause it for a minute and I'll get back to you in a sec. Yeah, nothing to do with the heater, but another saving. There is a couple of videos on my channels. I've got an EcoFlow solar generator, and I've got these 2 panels on my roof, and it's been absolutely brilliant for giving me free electric. So check them out. I mean, obviously there's a bit of an outlay, but when people buy a car or they buy a motorhome or whatever, they spend the money on a camera or whatever, they don't keep going about what it costs me this. But at least this is giving me something back. You buy a car, you lose money. At least this is giving you a bit of money back, and when the electric's going up, it's a great saving. Anyway, back to the show in a minute. Yeah, so that's the exhaust there. There is some people that they've rigged up a device that as the heat goes through, they heat hot water through the heaters as well, you know. So because I thought about doing a barbecue out here, but you know, that's another story for another time. So what it does, it seems to go to like flat out now. Let's go inside a minute. Yeah, so it's going to like, it goes to like full power, and then it will slow down. I mean, I can put my hand here at the moment, but shortly I won't be able to do that. It'll be too hot. So I've got the carbon monoxide gadget in here, but so it's I mean, you can see your fuel from here, it's pretty full. I had it running last night. I filled the tank up yesterday and it's still on high. I had it on for 2 hours last night, so it's still, you can't see it gone down at all at the moment. So yeah, so while it's on full blast, you don't really hear the tick tick tick, because I think it's because the pump's going that quick. But anyway, we'll come back to you in a minute when it's slowed down. Yeah, hi folks. Yeah, so this is, you can sort of touch this and that metal gets a little bit hot just there, but the wood's cold, and I've got it so my curtain really won't set, well it won't, I've set the curtain so it ain't going to go all the way across, but anyone wants to know, that's where I'll keep me pegs when I'm washing. I'm fully house trained folks, so that's another story. So it's slowing down now. So once it gets up to temperature, now I can't put my hand there now, it's too hot. It's slowing down now. We've got some bars here, it'll go down. I think it's showing, well I don't think it's been on 27 minutes, I don't know what that is on there. I haven't really looked at what the gauges say. I'll just use the phone app. But I can't put my hand in front of it, so we'll come back to you in a sec. I've just put my central heating just here, quite away from it's 23 degrees, but I don't think it ain't that warm in the room yet, but it'll probably drop down again, but it'll go up. I'll give you another update in a minute. Yeah, it's now gone from its full boost up and it's just gone on to like tick over. You can see where these notches have gone down. That's what I have it on when I'm on an evening, so I could just, if I put my hand, I can't go any sort of closer than that. It still blasts out loads of heat. So it's going to be, say, the cold weather should keep me nice and toasted. And I think I've looked at other YouTubers and they reckon a litre of diesel on low lasts about 3 hours, but it just depends. I mean, you can just turn it on and off if you need, you know. It's a bit like a tree-borne mint, really. It lasts a bit longer. That's another story, but yeah, so yeah, it's certainly kicking out some heat. Yeah, so I've disconnected my mic again so you get more sound. So in fact I might put the mic to it. You can hear a tick tick tick, but so if you've got your telly on or whatever, you can't really hear that. And you know, to have that heat blasting out. This is going to be great because I've got one in my motorhome, but it's the full factory fitted Everspasher in there, and I've had that 6 years and it's been great. And I'm thinking about if I do go away, it's really cold, I could put this into the garage of the motorhome and then run it at the back if it's really cold. But I think the other heater's probably going to be sufficient. It's just my daughter sometimes says she's cold in the bed at the back, so but whether I'll use it in the motorhome I don't know. But I've got a workshop. If I want to take it in there, I can quickly take the exhaust off, pull the pipe through, and then go. I might cut a hole in the door of the workshop and stick this pipe, just have it outside while I'm doing a few jobs or whatever. It'll keep me nice and toasted. So I suppose I'm not gonna, but I've got an electric car, Nissan Leaf. If you wanted to, there's nothing stopping you. People have them in their cars, so again, that's another use, you know. But there we go. Anyway, let's check the temperature in the room. Yeah, well, it's 22 now in here. So I did put this in line of the fire of the heater, but I've moved it to one side, and we're getting 22 degrees, so that's quite nice. Yeah, greetings folks. Yeah, it's nice and toasty, so I'm quite pleased with the heater. I can just go to the app and turn it off, or I can switch it off by just pressing the button on there, or use the remote control. So obviously I know in October they're putting the gas and electric up again, so I'm sure this is going to save me a bit of money, but I'll let you know after I've used it in the cold weather. You know, I'll give you an update. One thing I was going to say, the exhaust, there's a little hole at the bottom to drain the condensation out, so you've got to make sure you have that at the back, but it's certainly blasting some heat out. So I'm going to tick it off now, so we're back in a minute. Yeah, all I do is press that. She'll say something in Chinese, I don't know what, and then that's it, it's off. Now what it does, I'm just going to swing you back round to me, hold on. Yeah, what it'll do now is it'll suddenly, it seems to do like a clear out. The pump's stopped now, and then it'll really blast out some air for about, I don't know how many minutes, about 5 minutes, while it's cooling the heater down, and then it'll switch itself off when it's cooled down, because they don't recommend just to turn it off. You see, you can hear it now. Actually, you could dry your hair with that blasting out. So anyway, we'll come back to you in a minute folks when it's off, so you can hear it cooling down now. Yeah, hi folks. Anyway, if you've seen around my house, it's not that tidy, but I've had a bad foot and knee for a bit, so I've been used to neglect things a bit, but I'm trying to get top of things, so excuse the mess in my house before I say any more than that. So I'm ending the video now. I hope it's useful to anyone who's interested in getting a diesel heater. So there is an opening box one on my channel if you want to check that out. This is just a bit of a follow-up, show you it in. I'm quite pleased with it. To say it's starting to go a bit cold at night now, and at least I can stick it on, because I've got a big house, and putting the central heat on just when you're on your own is a bit of a waste. So I'll probably, when my daughter's here, I'll probably have to bite the bullet and stick the heating on, depress me. But if it saves me a bit, then you know, all the best. I can use my money on something else. So that's it then folks. I'm sure I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe and well wherever you are in the world, and let's hope there's peace in Ukraine, and all around the world, troubles everywhere. And we'll see you all, folks, on the next one. Big thumbs up from me. Bye, folks. Bye. Thanks for watching.